Good afternoon. In this episode, we're going to try to come in and finish this part. This is the finished product, the two diameters and the groove, and it looks pretty much exactly like the print. Again, the finished product. We have a 2/900 diameter, 2/400 diameter, and a 1/950 groove diameter. And again, of course, they want to remove all sharp edges, but we'll get to that later. So, at this point, this is what we want to do. We're going to put him down here. Our part is up in the machine, and we're going to make this look like that to give it to you. We're going to bring this to this, and here's how we're going to do it. First thing is, we know in the print, we just said 2/9 and 2/4 with the groove. Fine, we're at 625. I know that this is 3 inches, I measured it, and we want to go to 2/900 and 2/400 according to the methods. That's our next step. They're saying 2/4 to 2/9. My preference would be to do the 2/9 first. And I tell my students, here's the reason why. If it's 3 inches and they're telling you to go to the 2/4, how do you get to 2/4 from 3 without passing 2/9? The answer is you can't. So try to do the 2/9 first. In fact, what makes it even nicer, you can practice in the 2/4 area, 2 inches 400 diameter area, for the 2/9. Once you get close, then I would machine the whole thing to 2/9 and get that out of the way. And here's how that's done. First thing, just to make sure the machine's set up for turning, and we have our 2 to 3 inch micrometer, by the way, to measure our diameters. And we are at C3, 5 1/4 standard, and 3/1000 feed rate for long feed. And the long feed is supposed to be at D4, AB, D4. That gives us our 3/1000 for long feed machining. So we're pretty good here. Now the way I would do this is I would start, and you can do feed. I like to do the feed, but not yet. I like to do a little bit hand because I can go a little quicker. So I'm going to come in here and I'm going to go to a number. And I'm just going to clean this up by hand. You can back off. As you notice, you can see a little smoke coming up. It's going to get a little hot. For aluminum is higher than the steel. So if you had this thing on wrong, this could come loose on you. That's why I said you always press to the larger end. Now, what I would like to check is the diameter at this point, and we were at 3, and right now we're at, it's saying approximately 982. All right, 980, 982, fine. So we're going to come over to here, and 982, 10 is 20. Another 10 is another 20, that's 40, that's 42. Another 10 is 20, that's going to be 22. And let's just double check. We should be at 22. Measure twice, cut once, remember that. You can always make it small, but you can't make it bigger. Okay, we're at 922. What a guess, huh? Now, I'm going to go in another 10. Another 10 is 20. I don't want to go there. I want to go 5. That's 10. That should get us to 12. And I'm going to go all the way across. A little out of time. It's a heavy cut, but we will do it. We can walk, stop the machine. Get our chips, clear the chips out. Watch out, they're pretty sharp, hot. And we'll take our micrometer. We should be somewhere close now. And I'm looking at in the vicinity of 908. Fine. 8/1000 will get me to 900. And remember, I said the dimensions for the gears are unilateral. It's plus nothing, minus 5. So 2 inches, 895 would be the low. We're 8/1000 from finished. So I'm going to come over to here. I'm going to go in 6, 2, 4, 6, 7. And I'm going to come in an automatic. There's the feed. Okay. Actually, I'm going to go 8. I'm going to show you another little trick. Remember what I said about we're practicing out here? This is where the 2/4 is going to go. So what we can do is just come in. This is the final cut, but it's not in the area where we want to be. So I'm just going to stop the feed a second and stop the machine. Remember, measure twice, cut once. Out here it doesn't matter. So we're going to just spot check to see where we're at. And I'm looking at 99. Good enough for me. 2 print, 1 under. So fire it up, continue on. And if you notice, we're also getting a nice finish for an end product. And you notice the safety with the IFD instead of the faceplate and dog. Now I'm going to stop. I'm at 100 actually on the dial just for reference. I'm going to come out, come over, and I want to get rid of this burr. Real carefully. Now, at this particular point, we should have our 2900 in, and $99. Exactly what we want. Now, we need to get the 2/400 in the groove. Now, the way I recommend doing this is pretty simple. Take a Sharpie, and let's just color this in a little bit, just a little to this point. What we're trying to find out is where to go and not to go. And what we can do is take our caliper, set to 0, and let's set it to 350. From this face to this gear is 350. So let's set our caliper to 350. 322, 352, 47, 49, 50. Now what I would do is just carefully take my caliper and score a little line. That's 350. Bring my tool over, bring the part down, bring the tool over to this line, and carefully back away from it, to the right, away from it. Turn the machine on, and just touch it. Now let's take a look at this, and then you'll see. I stayed away from the line, and now I'm going to start producing the 2/4 to this point, but not passing this point. 2/4. So I'm going to show you, okay, let's do a heavy cut. I'm going by hand obviously here. And it helps if you use a little covered oil. Come back out. Get rid of the chips. Let me cut that out. Okay. Now let's take a reading. We're getting down, we got a ways to go to get to 2/400. And the way this works is simple. We're at about 765 to 770. So, okay, let's go 770. Let's go 20, 40, 60, 80, 100. On diameter. This should be 670. Okay. Should be about 670. Okay, and that's where we're at, 670. Let's go another 100. 20, 40, 60, 80, 100. That's going to get us to 570. double check it. Let's check it out. And we're at 570. Nice. Let's go another 100. 20, 40, 60, 80, 100. We're at 570. Hopefully we're at 470 now. Spot check it. Okay, now we're at 470. We need 400 according to our print. 400. Then we're at 70. So let's do this. We're going to come in 70. So 20 is 50, another 20 is 30, and another 20 is 410. Let's take the micrometer and check her out. Okay, we're at 410 on the button. We need a little under 400, which is like 399, 398 would be good. So, a little hot. You got a little coefficient of expansion there. To get a better number, you should really try to cool this down. That's another advantage with the IFD. We can do that in 2 seconds. All we have to do is just loosen it up a little bit, pop it out. We'll cool it down just a little. Okay. Now we'll try and wipe it off a little bit. Sorry if you got a little ahead of you. Dry her off. Let's put it right back in again. Okay. We'll tighten up the ram. Come back over. Let's just see where we're at. Okay, let's just double check. Remember, measure twice, cut once. You're still at 408, 409. We're good. 409, okay. Now, I'm going to come in, and I'm going to touch, and I'm going to go 2, 4, 6, 8. And I'm going to, before I go, I put a little oil, cutting oil, and we're going to go in. I'm going to stop it shoulder to shoulder. Stop it. This time I'm going to leave it there. I'm going to come in and double check this, and we're at 400 on the head. If I want to, I could bring it right down. It's definitely right on the head. 400 is acceptable. Preference would be just to go slightly under, but it's okay. Now, we're going to bring this out. Now, when I ground these tools early on in another episode, I told you we had the right-handed tool because the cutting edge was on the right-hand side. But the front is an end cutting edge also. And at this point, we're going to take advantage of it. I'm going to use the end cutting edge to bring in this other dimension to help the 350 come into play. And I know that if you subtract the 350 from the 625, you're going to get 275. Now, here's how this works. And we set our compound to 30, 60, 90, which is this right triangle is 1, 2, radical 3. So that means the short leg, for every one the short leg goes, the hypotenuse or the long one goes 2. So I'm going to set my compound to 0 right here. And I'm going to come over to here, and I'm going to lightly try to get to our line. Looks like it disappeared, but that's okay. I just want to get a straight cut in here so I can measure. Okay, let's take our 1-inch micrometer and see what we have here. Make sure you have no burrs. And we're going to come in and we're going to measure this. And I'm looking at 324. So that means I need to go 24 to get to 3 and another 25 to get to 275. So that's pretty easy, or it's not very difficult. I'm going to come out and I'm going to dial, we needed 24 and 25. We need 49 or 50 thousandths. So that's going to be, to go 50 this way, we need to go 100 that way. So I'm going to go 20. 40, 20. Remember, this is only 20 thousandths. This has got to go double for what I want. So I have 40 here. That means I only want 20 that way. And if you want, we can double check that. So we were at 24. This should be almost 300. And it's almost 300. We're on the money. Everything is good. So we come back out. Get rid of the chips. And we're going to go another 20. So that takes us to 90, and another, we said 100, so another 20 should be okay. Okay. Again, I'm always cautious, I always like to measure and get it right on the money. And I'm looking at 382, 75 plus 8, or 83, 383. Okay. That means we need at 83, we need 16 on here to get that to 75, right? 83 is 8 away from 75, so we need 16 on this dial. So I'm going to go 10 and maybe a little bit more. Stop and just double check. We want 275, and we're on 275, right on the money. 275. Okay. So now what we're going to do is go in a little bit deeper, come out, and stop. What we've accomplished at this point, we're almost done, is we have our diameters, and we have the 275 or the 350 from here to here, which could be double checked with your caliper. And we can turn that on. If you don't believe me, we can put this on and we can measure a depth here, if we can get in. And it's saying 333. We have a little bar there. 351. I'll take it. Now, what we need to do now is put that groove in. Here we have a groove tool. And the groove is 160. 159, 160, and we got to get this groove tool perpendicular to our work. So this is not quite perpendicular. We gave our turn tool a little bit of extra radius, a little bit extra relief. So I'm going to get it straight. And the way they would do it in the industry to help you would be to take a straight edge, put it against your blade, like so, and then line it up with the cross feed. Anything on the machine that's parallel to it, it should be parallel, and it looks perfect. We're good. So that means the groove tool is straight into our spindle center line. We have it locked. The groove tool is locked. I know it's on center. I checked it earlier. We're going to come in. We're going to touch our work gently, and we're going to come in. I would like to lower the RPMs. We're taking a full face cut, 160, and I would just like to lower the RPM slightly. So I'd like to go to 300 on the spindle, which is B2, B2. Okay, now, okay, we're at 2.4. We want to get 1950. This cuts double, and you have your oil. For a full face cut, we have plenty of cutting oil. So here's how we're going to do it. I'm going to count it off on the cross feed. Every 5 is 10 thousandths in, reducing the diameter. So if I'm at 2.4, just to give you an idea, I'll show you how to get to 2.3. Let's practice. Okay, we're at 2.4, and I want to get to 300. So every 5 is 10. So 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100. And we're going to shut her off. Because it's 160, we can get in there and measure like so. Lock her up a little bit. We should be somewhere around 300. Let's see here. Okay, we're at 336. Let's go in a little bit further. 10, 20, 30. Okay. Okay, now, let's see where we're at. Lock her down, slide her off. We're at 315. Okay. Now, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 200. Let's check her again. We're at 2 inches, 122 thousandths. Let's zero it out to make sure. We're good. 122. Let's get it down to 2 inches. It's 122 to go. So I'm going to turn her on. 122. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100, 110, 120. Just by accident, it's on 0. Very nice. This should be about 2 inches. Let's see where we're at.